Hi YouTube, you're in for a special treat today. What we have here is a BMW 5 Series e39, but this is a very special one because it's currently undergoing quite an extensive restoration, and the owner doesn't want to be on camera, but he's happy to talk us through what he's currently doing with the car and what his plans are. And trust me when I tell you he pays attention to detail, that's an understatement. It's fastidious. So please stay tuned. This is the first part of a little mini series, and we'll make a start. So yeah, so Umar, would you talk us through kind of what you've done with the car, what your future plans are?
Right. So I had it repainted, so it had a fresh coat of paint, and since then I've done the ceramic coating on it. So the car is mostly it's as original as you can get, actually. Right, from the outside, everything on this car is as it came out of the factory, right? So the modification I'm doing on the inside now I'm putting interior illuminated door handles from e38, and I'm doing the same thing for the external handle as well. So e38 had this option. Unfortunately, they didn't give it in e39. They didn't offer it for the 5 Series, but that's a very good option. So I got these. I got the kit from a scrapyard, and now what I'm doing is I'm fitting the interior handles and as well as the exterior handles. The exterior handles are much more difficult to actually fit because you have to remove the handles. You actually have to remove these handles and then drill a hole. The e38 ones unfortunately won't fit, especially the rear ones, because they are metallic handles. These e39s are plastic handles, so they won't fit directly unless you do modification to your car body. So what I've done is I've drilled a hole for the fiber optic to go in, and beneath that you will actually see, we'll go over there and you'll be actually able to see the light, how it's been fitted underneath. So that's the exterior, and another thing I'm doing is fitting the interior ones as well. So doing it as much close to the factory wiring as possible, you know. So I've taken the door panel, the vapor barrier off, obviously, and then run the wires through as it would have been originally if they offered the option. Yes, so you'll see over here when I open the door, so underneath you will actually see the light. Yeah, so that's delivered by fiber optic, actually.
And you fitted this yourself?
Yes. So that's delivered by fiber optic. The outside one, the inside one, obviously you've got this smaller LED bulb, right? So it's not an LED, it's a smaller standard bulb, right? So you've got the light on the interior as well. So when you turn it on like this, you'll see that there's light on the inside, you know. So that's what I've been doing. So this door has been done. I need to put the door card back, obviously, but I haven't done that. But I've done it as close to the factory finish as possible. So interior wise, the car is had very less modifications. The only modification, I would say, the only major modification it had was the steering wheel got retrimmed. And then what I also did was put the dial rings on it because they look nice, and the M5 needles that's been done. So he's got the M5 nice needles, yeah, the red needles instead of white.
I was just going to say, these are the M cars.
Yes, exactly. They look nice, right?
Yeah.
But instead of fitting rings, what I actually did was I found out that the E53s, some of the E53s, they came with the dial gauges from the factory. So the dial is actually the rings have not been installed. It's the front of the cluster is actually the E53 with the dial gauges, with the dial rings on it. So it's as close to the factory as you could get. So there's nothing aftermarket on it. It's just BMW stuff on it. and the seats are original as well. One thing I should highlight maybe is, sorry, the glove box is out and stuff because I'm doing repairs to the journal module, journal body module, which is common stuff because it controls the central locking, and it also controls the rear windows as well. So I thought that I'll once I've got the car open in, I'll get that done because there are relays inside, so it needs to be done. Very unique about this car is that when I got the car, I got this rear sunshade. Yeah, so this is a factory one. Actually, this is a factory manual one. So many of them came with an option of the automatic sunblind, right? But this is a factory one. I still got the instructions. So I was lucky enough to actually get one of these from BMW at that time. And then you install it with these clips, the two clips there, right? You can see, basically you can roll it down, and then there are some clips. There you go. Sorry, oh, nice. It's been abrupt, but yeah. So you roll it down and then hook it up to the hooks on the.
And it smells beautiful, doesn't it?
It smells very nice. Yes, it's the original leather. I haven't treated the leather, by the way. I haven't cleaned it because I'm doing some work on it. Obviously, I've got this. I've got the Bentley manual as well, right there, right. So I'm reading all the electronics, how it's controlled, so doing the modifications, so I can, and that gives you a good idea. If you want to do some modification in the car, you can actually look at the Bentley manuals and give you all the wiring diagrams there, so you know what works and how. And
your engineering background would definitely help, wouldn't it? Umar, could you talk us through the front, please, where the glove box is?
Yeah, so what I'm doing over there is, so these cars, obviously when they go old, the problem is the journal module there. I'm replacing the journal module, right? So this is the GM3 module. I can possibly upgrade it as well, but I decided not to upgrade it, maybe just keep it original. But what I've done there is, I had a problem with I had a problem with the rear windows. The rear windows weren't going down, right? And then I found out that the relays are actually inside that module. So what I did was I took that module off, got it repaired, and you could get it done very cheap. And then you put it back. You don't need to program it if it's your original module. And that's the good thing. That's the fun about these cars. You can you can replace the modules without having to reprogram them, and it's so easy to work on.
What does a module do?
So that module controls the central locking. And also the front and the rear windows. So it's got relays inside to actually control that. So that's a general body module they call, right? Because this window wasn't going up and down. So after investigating, I found the problem was actually in the module, not the motor, not the switch or anything else, right? And you can see I've fitted, I am doing it, in the process of doing it. So I've fitted the interior light there. And the external light as well. The external light, by the way, is this thing that fits in, and you have to fit the bulb in there. And then there's a fiber optic going into the handle underneath there. You'll see, right? So
could you talk us through what you've done in terms of the bodywork? Because we were talking before about
there's a lot of work done underneath the car, not outside, so you can't see anything different outside, apart from these door trims. So I got the M Sport door trims, so I have the standard door trims. So I was replacing the door trims because it got resprayed. Replacing the door trims, I thought, why not? You can get them from BMW still, by the way. So that's the only kind of like exterior modification on the car. The rest of it is as it came out of the factory. There's nothing.
Because you had it treated underneath, didn't you?
I had it treated, so I had so basically the whole underneath was redone to get rid of the rust, and also so the fuel tank came off, the suspension came off, the exhaust came off, and then they did quite a lot of welding underneath. Did it as close to the factory finish as they could, And then they've treated it. They've actually sealed it underneath as well. So if you look underneath, you will see maybe from this side you'll see that all the underneath has been sealed.
Do you know which
as
product
well.
they used?
They didn't use Lenogard.
Yeah.
they use some sort of like PPG product. So PPG is a big chemical company. They use one of their body seal sprays. And they've sealed it, so it's been done. One other thing I am doing is basically the E39s. They've got a problem with the drain in this area. It didn't come in with the drain, so I've engineered a drain myself. There is actually a hole down there.
And you made this drain?
Yeah, but when you actually drill the hole, the problem is the water then goes underneath and into the trunk, right? So you have to come up with something. So what I've done is I took the sunroof. So some of the E39 obviously had an option of sunroof. So sunroof has got this drain pipe that runs from the A pillar down, right? So this one has not got the sunroof, but I got the sunroof pipe from E39, and I made a hole that you can see over there maybe, right? Made a hole, so when you actually put water inside, when the water goes inside, actually drains out from there, so the pipe is attached. I'm gonna do it properly, and gonna get it painted, and then drops from there, right?
Oh, wow.
So yeah, let me just show you that, let me bring a bottle of water. Right. So I think it will be better from there actually. So if you, so E39 suffer from that problem, right? But I've drilled a hole and then fed the pipe through the wheel arch over there. Very, very nice and neat actually. So if I drop any water, so you'll see the water.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. There you go. There you go from there, right? So the water coming out of the wheel arch there, which is
it goes down.
Goes down.
Yeah.
Right. So that's quite a nice thing to actually do.
Touch, attention to detail.
Yeah, but I messed up with the spring, so I'm gonna get that redone as well.
Could you walk us through the engine bay?
Yeah, sure. Let me just open the engine bay. So again, it's the original engine, and right, we open that. Not clean. I'm sorry about this. So not much clean, but there you go. That's the inline six engine.
So this is a 530. So is it
530? Yes.
3 litre straight six.
Yeah.
Is it the N52 engine?
That's the M54 engine.
Or M54? Yes.
M54.
Sounds silky smooth.
Yeah, it is quite smooth actually. Right. So I've just started it up after maybe a week. Yeah. So you can see how smooth it is. Obviously when it's in its ideal position, it will be quieter as well. So I haven't done any modifications to the engine, to be perfectly honest. The only thing I did was these valves, the DISA valves, they come with a plastic flap. I removed the plastic flap and I've installed the metallic flap now on it.
Is that similar to the swirl flaps the diesel engines have?
Yes, exactly.
So I think you can delete them, can't you?
Yeah, but over here I haven't deleted it.
Yeah.
I've kept it because there's no benefit of deleting it.
Yeah.
There's another thing I think I did as well, I remember, was this boot has got a muffler over here, right? So I've removed that because there's no point of having the muffler, especially because it keeps detaching itself. And you can hear now the engine is in idle and it is very smooth.
So when you delete the muffler, I think, does it sound a lot nicer when you're driving?
I didn't notice much. Yeah, it drives a lot nicer as well, because usually the muffler comes off and then there is an air leak inside.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So have you done anything to the boot?
No, the boot is in bits at the moment.
Yeah.
So I haven't done anything to the boot.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Believe it or not, this is the original exhaust. Yeah. So this is the original exhaust, right? So they had this stainless steel exhaust tip, right? Yeah, I need to polish it. but you know, it's the original exhaust
Well,
that
okay.
engine, and it will stay.
Oh,
Look
it
at
will
how
stay.
smooth
Yeah.
that engine is still. It's done 155,000 miles, but it's still super
But
smooth.
the big petrol engines tend to last.
Yeah, that's right. If you take care of them,
Yeah.
they do tend to last.
Have you done many motorway journeys in this?
Oh yes,
A lot of motorway journeys.
Quite a lot of motorway journeys. But it's being maintained by BMW Warrington.
So how many miles would you get to a full tank on the run?
Oh, not much.
Yeah,
On the motorway, gives me to 28 mpg.
that's not too bad.
That's not bad considering the age of this car, right? But I guess it's easier to maintain, and I think compared to newer cars as well, it's less costly to maintain because it doesn't require a lot of things to replace, you know, to do simple.
It's more mechanical, isn't it?
It's more mechanical.
Whereas new cars are all like more pretty much digital, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're just basically computer
Yeah, exactly.
on
You
wheels.
replace one thing and you have to replace 5 other things
Yeah.
as well. That's not the case with these cars.
Okay, well, thank you very much for showing our viewers,
Right.
and
Lovely.
look forward to seeing the final product.